Yo, welcome back. Redzone In the Lab podcast. I am Deuce. What is good with everyone out there this great low afternoon, I guess, high evening? How they call it, John? Is
At
it low
this
evening?
this time of year, it's the time of year you're not sure whether you should be tired or you should be getting ready to go out and or you should still be working. I mean, what the hell time is it right now? I don't even know, dude. I like
Smoke.
the opening of the show. That is tight.
You
I
like it?
like that a lot.
You like it? You like
Yeah,
it?
man, real good.
Smoke was good. Smoke. Yes, this is day 4. And I think this is I want to say 11 or 12, John. Free agency show from Monday.
Jesus.
What's up, Smoke? What's up, Nick? How you feeling, man?
So real quick,
Yep.
PSA for any of you people out there with fair skin like me, wear your fucking sunscreens. Oh, excuse my language, dudes. Wear your sunscreens. Remember this: the sun is the giver of life, and it's trying to kill you. It's trying to kill you. So, unless you want to appear on a podcast with a big white thing on your face, wear your sunscreens.
Oh man. Shout out. Clap it up for sunscreen. Clap it up for sunscreen.
I wish I'd have known about it when I was 15. No way, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. You know who's going to need some sunscreen? Benjamin
Who?
St. Just. My man is out in California. He's a Canadian out in California. He is going to burn up like bacon. He's going to get burnt worse than he got burnt here.
Look, speaking. Oh, nah, look, the algorithm is cooked, right? Last night, the algorithm got cooked. I'm sure the algorithm is going to get cooked this episode. Because, John, go for John. Who cares? Go
I know.
for John.
I'm going to watch my language, though. I know how your show is. This is not my place. I've already made one mistake, so we'll watch out for that.
Go for John. You got my permission. Go for John.
Benjamin
There's
St.
John. We were
Just.
just talking about you. Yes, Kim was just talking about you in the space
Thank you.
because she didn't know Max was your son, and she was
Yeah.
saying, asking about it or whatever. So
I
that
used
was
to have
funny.
hair like that.
Vanilla Net.
Vanilla Nelly. Vanelli. That's me.
Oh man, you get shout out to
Shoot.
Nelly, man.
He's my cousin. Why not?
Did you think about Nelly when you? Because remember, Jaden. Remember Jaden got the cut under his eye.
Oh, right. No, yeah, I know. There it is. Right. That's right. So I knew this. This is my prescient, my sensory perception, man. When I, was a kid and I was running around getting sunburned and tanned or whatever, I couldn't get tanned. I got red hair. I'd get sunburned and everything would come off of me like potato chips. But I knew one day Jaden Daniels would have his face cut and I could get my face cut and come on your show and be in solidarity with our quarterback. That's it, right?
Oh man, there we go. Gotta get a clean one. Yeah, the algorithm is cooked. What's up,
No.
secure?
I was thinking about St. Just before we even started talking about St. Just. I didn't even realize Canadian bacon was what was going to happen. There, way to go, Kamish. That's pretty damn good. But for him, it's a whole culture shock, man. You got to figure. He came from Canada here. Now he's going to have to go out to L.A. and learn how to get burned by a whole new set of wide receivers. He's going to have to learn a whole new way of speaking. He's going to be like, dude, like, was that your man or my man? Defensive holding? Dude, like, yo, ref, dude.
Oh my goodness.
He's going to have to learn a whole new way to say things. I'll give you a coincidence. Tell me if this is coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
In SoFi Stadium, he was given the same locker that Emmanuel Forbes uses as an apartment. All right, that would.
Oh my gosh.
Forbes is doing all right out there. He's
Oh,
making extra
man.
money as a parking meter this summer, from what I
Oh
understand.
man, I forgot both of them was on the West Coast.
Yeah, they
But
are.
look-
They're both in the same stadium.
But look, shout out to look, listen. I am for sure that hold on. I gotta put this on. I'm gonna put this on. I am for sure that Benjamin St. Juice told his agent, "Get me to Hollywood." Because my main focus is the runway. Right? I can't play football in Paris because they don't have NFL teams over there yet. The next best place is Hollywood. Get me to Hollywood.
I think Paris would have been all right. He doesn't play football here either. He could have gone to Paris. He would have been the best football player on the Rue de Paris or the Rue de Palais or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't speak French.
Oh, that's so funny.
They would call him Le Toast of the town.
Oh, hold up. We got this show about to be live. It's about to be live, man. Commissioner coming on. Where's Glenn at? I thought Glenn was coming. Where's Glenn at? Hold up. Igbo back. Okay, we got we gotta see. Look, I love John. Oh, yeah, we just got Noah back. Oh, let me see.
Noah.
Everybody's
so excited
about
Noah.
Clap it
Yeah,
up
that
Noah.
Noah. I like that.
Noah. Thank you, Noah.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm feeling good. Like yesterday, this show yesterday, the 5 o'clock slot, I was just like a little down. Just a little bit, John. Just a little bit.
Down?
A little bit. Yeah, I know. I was like, shake out up. Plus, I was kind of asleep. If you go back to that show, John,
right.
It's a couple times because we had people on. I was like this. What could be worse than falling asleep on a live stream?
You've done 10 days in a row. I think you deserve a little nap. Do you remember the old Jerry Lewis telethon they used to have on Labor Day? They'd all have those guys on at 3 a.m. They'd have some juggler on so Jerry could take a nap over there. So yeah, you are entitled to have yourself a little nap.
Oh man, what's up, Teddy? Teddy, what's up? Dude, bang cartoons. Oh man,
I tell you what, I'm feeling pretty good about it too. I wasn't. Why were you down?
I mean, I think it was more so, and I don't even know if I was really down. I probably was thinking like I'm like tired, and I just don't see the vision, and it's okay not to see the vision, but I usually don't ever care about that because it's like all trust ache. So maybe I was just really emotional. I didn't have no soy. Okay, listen. Okay, let's talk about soy milk real quick.
All right.
I went through this phase.
I got some of it on me right there.
Okay. I went through this phase about 12 years ago.
Okay.
And I was drinking soy milk, right? Try to change up the whole milk or whatever. You want to drink that. 2% was getting a little bit too much. As black folk, lactose intolerant, what they tell us. So
me too.
I try to do soy, right? Bro, for like 2 months, it's like every movie or show I watch, I kept getting really emotional.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why. I was like tearing up.
Dude, they put female hormones in soy milk. I thought you knew that. Do you find yourself cramping up at least once a month there, Deuce? You getting a little irritable? I am also lactose intolerant, and for a fun fact, if I drink actual milk or even eat ice cream, dude, I sound like a vuvuzela for the next day. I don't even know if anybody remembers what those things are, but they're loud. Man. Anyway,
it was I couldn't grasp it, and then like a couple months later, I think I was reading something. I was like, did you know that soy has the female hormones and it makes you? She's like, yeah.
Oh, it really does? I was making that up.
You see me in this joke. She probably loved it. We cuddling up and I'm crying.
It's so sad about Patrick Swayze. He's ordering subscriptions to People magazine.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on, Glenn. I got you, Glenn. Hold on. I was like, why you ain't tell me something? So anyhow,
they certainly didn't call it boy milk.
Oh my god!
You don't want to buy that anyway.
Hold on, let me see. Let me get to some of these comments. Yep, Trent Scott. Shout out to Trent Scott, man.
Yeah, I'm glad
Jaden Daniels' first touchdown.
I think he's shown that he can.
Love John.
He can fill in a pinch.
John as well. Who's feeling good, fresh off that knot. Fresh off. Let me before I get going. Welcome, Glenn. Noah's back. I'm excited. Wake and bake. I'm going to be honest with you, Wake and Bake. So I heard them in the space. Yes, I was supposed to start at 5 o'clock, but I was asleep. It took me a little nap, and I woke up like 2 minutes to 5. Right? So I wake up. They talking trash about me being asleep, not starting the show on time. But before we get there, I'm going to tell you the commission lied to you. And everybody on that space lied to you, Mr. What It Do. You are still cussing people out at a high rate. I want you to know that. You have not slowed down whatsoever. You are still randomly popping back in from working and cussing people out in the spaces. I'm going to tell you.
I rate at a high rate. You missed the whole soy milk conversation. We found out all about
he heard.
Deuce's feminine side.
No, I was trying to listen. I heard when Deuce was talking about his man period. I was trying to get in the space, but I couldn't get in the space because anyway, I'm in here now. But yeah, no, I heard when Deuce was on his little emotional roller coaster. He was in menopause, I guess, huh? Oh, crying as hell. Well, you know you was that sensitive, dude.
Man.
What you mean you was crying at the Notebook?
Oh, that's so
The
crazy.
Notebook.
Oat milk. Yeah, I not so now I drink almond milk. I drink vanilla almond milk. It's good. It's great. I love it.
It balanced you out.
Yeah, I'm good with the almond milk. I don't do the chia seeds. Oh, my man, Shaq. Shout out to Shaq, man. Shaq was on. We met Shaq yesterday. Corey was here last night. And he's a regular on the warpath. And I appreciate you for subscribing over here, man. Welcome, Shaq. Shaq is a funny dude, man. Funny dude, man. Let's see, not that much. Yeah, we at it again, man. We at it. And another thing, for you, Commish, Mr. I'm not late for the clear people. You see, John is clear. He's literally clear.
This is part of my skull.
Right. And we were supposed to start at 5:30, and we started at 5:40. So it doesn't matter what shade you are. If I'm going to be late, I am going to be late.
It
Mr.
doesn't matter.
Commish.
He's always on CP time. Okay, that's just it. It is what it is.
Oh man,
it's free. What are you worried about?
Glenn is trying.
This is some free entertainment. People are going to complain. It's 5 minutes late. It's me to do it.
Oh man. All right, here we go. We got to play this.
Oh, what happened?
We got to play this.
Y'all froze.
We got to play.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so I do have. Did y'all see this video of Mike Williams coming off the field? Did you hear his voice?
I think I've seen this one.
I heard it. Did you hear his voice? Listen to this. This is Mike Williams, the guy who won the game this week, the big 6'4" wide receiver.
I mean,
He looks like
come
someone,
on.
sounds like someone squeezing his nutsack.
All right, so I just been playing around. Now here, let's listen to this. All right, so I took those and I put them together, and this is what we have.
You're working all day. That's what you've been
That's the stupid shit you get on this show.
Oh man. Shout out to the Burgundy podcast. Shout out to them boys, bro. Every time he said you don't count, John. Oh my goodness.
I'm all right with that.
Oh my goodness. Like y'all have to tune in. Every time I go to the show, man, I have a ball. Oh, it's just so different. Funny. Come here, say you one of us, John. Oh man. I don't know. Like last night's show, like I don't know. Like it went all it was we called it a universal show, right? We talked about all types of stuff. And that might happen. We might randomly just talk about men on their periods. It might just happen. Right? So just hang in with us. Just we're going to get the football. I promise you. We're going to get the football.
We'll get there.
Mark Schlereth, that's already happened.
We're going to get the football. And Scotty's International Fan of the Year on this podcast. Yep. And that's all of you know who Scotty is. Scotty, because he was on here on Monday. He opened it up on Monday. Fan of the Year, Scotty Hottie. Scotty Hottie. Yeah, tell him I called him that. Scotty Hottie.
I will. As a matter of fact, I think that's what they're calling him in England right now. They're gonna dub him. The king with his big ears is gonna come out there and dub him. Oh, I dubbed thee Scotty Hottie, and they're gonna hit him in the head with a sword.
Oh my goodness. All right, man.
We look at him as the International Fan of the Year, which means he represents the whole world. So I've made all kinds of overlays that I put on top of him during the show where he can wear a sombrero. I gave him some big giant I turned him into a beer wench from Germany. I turned him I gave him some big Japanese eyes, some big anime eyes so he can represent the Far East. We have some fun.
Oh man. All right, let's talk.
But I've never ever talked about soy milk on the show.
See?
And what,
There you go.
and what it does.
There you go. You never know what you're going to hear on Redzone In the Lab podcast.
That's right.
That is the truth. We got Igbo. I'm excited. 1 year deal. Igbo. I think been a former first round pick, and I think it was 2020 or 2021, one of them years. In Miami. Not getting a 5th year option. Them releasing him coming here to have to play a position that he's pretty much never played, which is, I think, is the hardest position on defense to play, the slot corner. I think he did it pretty well, John. What you think?
I thought he did pretty well. I mean, I can only really remember one time that he really got beat pretty bad, and it was A.J. Brown moving into the slot, and that's where you get beat in the slot, real quick moves like that. But overall, I thought he played physical. He's long. I like that. He's a good re-signing for the team. It's another one of these short-term deals, which seems to be what we're doing, and I'm all right with it. We've got other veteran help that's coming in on cornerback. It's pretty good.
What you think, Glenn?
I think he did good, man. AJ pretty much beat everybody, John. So I see, you know what I'm saying? But I think he did good. He did what he was asked to do. And I'm not sure if he's even coming back as a starter in the slot right now, considering the veteran we just picked up. So he's a great additional depth piece. I'm good with that.
Shout out to Ghana Minshew. Clap it up for Ghana Minshew. He went to the Raiders, not the Giants. The Giants wanted him as a stopgap. The Blue people, again, continues to stay with no quarterback. I'm excited about that.
Shout out to the Blue people.
Yeah, they're going to roll with Vinny DeVito.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, the pizza guy.
Yeah, they're going to have him compete with a can of dog food, I think, for starting quarterback.
Don't let them roll out that Alpo can. I'll be weak.
What's up? What's up, Clint? What's up, Clint? How you feeling, bro? I still would like to sign Justin Simmons. He's still out there. We'll see what's shaking. All right. Yeah, I like Noah, man. I'm glad he's back. The kind of like I never thought that Jonathan Jones was his replacement. I just think Igbo just played that position too well. I was, and I wonder what his market looked like. We probably would never know. And I wonder what kind of money we gave him for the 1 year deal. But I'm glad he's returning. Other news in the cornerback, DJ Reed, who had his press conference, they said it came down to the Commanders and the Lions. This is what he said. And the first part is the only thing that matters. The rest of it, he would have said no matter where he was going, right? But this is what he said. I wanted to get paid. I wanted to play with dogs. I'm going to a great team and have a shot at that Lombardi. We are all of the rest. He must have been looking for, he said exactly what he wanted. I'm looking to get paid. That right there tells me that, again, with another player, Adam Peters has a number for you. He's one of the best talent evaluators in the game the last 5 or 10 years. He has a number for you. He's not budging off of that number.
Nope. I totally agree with you. We were in the talks for Javon Holland. That didn't go through. I think with Funga, that didn't go through. And I think he drew his line in the sand. And once they put their foot over that line, he was like, okay, I'm out. He already had contingency plans, obviously, in place. So I mean, I'm trusting in Adam Peters. Of course, I want
Absolutely.
the big name. Everybody wants the big name, the flashy name. But Adam's putting together a team that he's trying to win with, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch the parade.
I always get a kick out of the people in March that, oh, I'm going to give you the grades for what I think you just did because I think it's Madden and I think it goes that well and that easy. We haven't really landed any names, I don't think. I mean, other than Laramie Tunsil in a trade.
And that
But
came out of nowhere.
that was beautiful
Right.
too, man.
Yeah.
But Javon Kinlaw, Eddie Goldman. Eddie Goldman sounds like he's going to sell me a lazy boy for Pete's sake.
Or a
This is-
watch or something.
Yeah. These guys have size though, right? These guys that they've brought in on the defensive line, they're older, but they're space eaters. So that tells me that they're going to try to do that. What was that elephant position that they do? That
Yeah,
they
the
did up in-
elephant end. Yeah.
yeah, use that and try to anchor that thing down and bring those.
Hold on, are we just
linebackers
gonna
in.
let that go, John? You don't have anything for elephant end?
Elephant end? Not on this show. Not today. Not today. Sometimes you pass the low hanging fruit by. There's short people out there. You got to let them have something. That's easy. But I like what they're doing. They're beefing it up. They're making sure that these guys are going to take 2 blocks. Right? They're going to let these linebackers and these safeties lance in to make some tackles. This cornerback from New England, maybe a little old, but he hits hard. I don't know if I'm going to trust him so much on the deep shot, but he's down close. He's great. I think that's going to be just fine. We've got guys with Super Bowl experience coming here. They might not have been on the best teams lately. They don't have great stats. People look at these numbers and they go, oh, look, this guy doesn't have any sacks. He's barely got anything. But, you're right. But he takes 2 blockers so that the linebackers can lance in and make a shot. And I like what they're building right now. It didn't make sense at first, but it's starting to come.
Yeah, and
Let me ask you a question for you,
yeah. Go ahead, Glenn. You got it.
just before you get too far. Where's Mikey gonna play now? Is he gonna play the slot or is he gonna play the outside?
I think he'll play inside. I think this guy from New England is going to be on the outside. I don't think he's got speed left to play on the inside.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I mean, I think it's gonna be a competition. I think it's gonna be a good competition, but you still put the best out there. And Mikey is the best at the slot and on the boundary between all them guys right now.
Yeah, facts.
Jonathan Jones, he was his best. I mean, his best in the slot during those good years with New England. I mean, he had to move outside these last couple years. And he did okay, right? He wasn't the best, but he did okay. I mean, he had that young kid on the other side, and nobody's really going over there to Gonzalez. So that's what we have. So I think the battle is going to really come down to Igbo and Jonathan Jones. And I believe in this coaching staff that they're going to put the best person out there. If you want your best out there.
Well, the best part is we're not going to have Michael Davis or Benjamin St. Just. So no matter what, the best person is at least out there. The better person is out there. I hear Benjamin St. Just is going to France, too, from what I hear.
He's on the runway model as we speak.
Yeah, he's lining up. He's lining it up. He's going to have a hot summer, and I mean hot summer.
He's going to have a fragrance out before the end of next year. Toast by
But I
Benjamin
think
St. Just.
you
If
can
he said
really
toast.
Toast.
Same juice. It's crazy.
What do you think it's going to smell like?
Smells like
It's
burnt
gonna
butter.
smell like a piece of burnt roasted bread. He could put out a whole line.
Oh, hold on.
Here's
Oh,
one that
sign it
smells
with
like
the
a tire that's on fire, something like that.
So we just lost
Jose?
what is it? Olamide Zacchaeus.
Yeah,
Yep. He's going to sign with the Bears.
I'm all right with that. Honestly, I think that Debo, I'm really excited for. Terry, of course. The rest of that wide receiver room, it looks kind of.
Yeah, I kind of want the odds back though. Y'all think Commander restructuring Wiley's deal for shadow traders? Maybe. I mean, they open up cap space. They still got Terry, to open up more cap space. It's possible. Mike Davis, BSJ both had a lot of snaps, so it's refreshing to know that the depth is already. Yeah, it's absolutely better. That's right, DT. He and I forget him. He wasn't good anyway. I think there's an argument that BSJ signing with the Chargers is a bigger move than us trading for Laramie Tunsil?
Just addition by subtraction, you think?
No, just for the sake of the fan base.
Oh,
Oh, well, absolutely. Yeah, that's addition by subtraction.
can you imagine?
That's really multiplication by subtraction. Like, what are we doing here?
Can you imagine Jim Harbaugh waddling down the sidelines asking him what the hell just happened to that play?
He's gonna look at BSJ and be like, "Who's got it better than us?
Oh my gosh.
Nobody."
Who's got it better than us? Yeah. Oh, they're both from up in the Uper land. They'll understand each other.
Right.
I don't know, Coach. I thought the guy had me some help over the top. You said it was a cover two there, and I don't know what happened there.
I tried to do too much. Yeah, all right. We heard that one before. Shout out to Mike Williams. When it comes to the offensive line, right?
Yeah.
So as of right now, today, from left to right, Glenn, what's your offensive line? Your starters.
Offensive line, me.
Yeah.
I got Larry Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil, Allegretti, Biatis, Wiley, Coleman.
Say it again. Tunsil.
Allegretti, Biatis, Wiley, Coleman.
Okay. What about you, John? I
Did I
got a
break
little
up?
shake up. No, you good. No. I was just trying to hear it again. You good.
The
What
only,
about you, John?
Only swap I might do there is moving Coleman back into right guard or left guard, excuse me, and of course Wiley will come back eventually, and you push. Excuse me, not Wiley, but we'll get Cosby back eventually. You can push Wiley back out to tackle. I don't know if Coleman can play right tackle. I mean, I don't know because I just I got a wholly different job other than football. But it's a completely different skill set to move as a right tackle as opposed to a left tackle. So I'm not sure. I might. And Allegretti, I mean, yes, the dude's big and ugly, but he didn't scare anybody last year, and I'm really upset with that. He didn't play as well as I expected him to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Real quick. This is my my sister comments. I don't know if it's her or my goddaughter, but she calls me Padrino. Let me tell you why. When she was born,
Soy milk.
when she was born. No, that's not why she could. When she was born, I gave her a nickname, right? So I wanted a nickname, right? Like all of the grandmothers got nicknames, Mima and whatever, right? They all got nicknames. All I hear is Pop Pop. Like that's all I hear. That's boring to me. It's boring to me. So I went on a search. Yes, I literally searched a nickname for my goddaughter to call me. So Godfather in Italian or Spanish, I don't know the difference. Somebody can help me out. It's Padrino. I said, you know what? She's gonna call me Padrino, and that's what she calls me.
Better hope Allegretti doesn't pull up in an old Packard and rub you out,
You Padrino, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, she said it's my god.
I'm the real Padrino.
My goddaughter's on. See, look, Kim, she says she's Nana. See what I'm saying? Matter of fact, everybody in the comment, put what your grandchildren or your godchildren call you. Put it in the chat. Let me see.
Man, there's so many YNs in the chat. I'm Papa.
I went to a game.
It's
I went and saw us play.
Yeah, crazy.
We played the Chargers.
How you spell it? It's Marion.
Yeah,
Marion. Put some respect on my man.
He came into the game when I was there one time and sat like 3 seats away from me. Him and his big entourage.
Who was that?
Marion Barry. This was against the Chargers in like 2000. Brian Mitchell returned a kickoff for a touchdown. Michael Westbrook, I think that was the game that he hurt his neck real bad. But Marion Barry came in and like 5 or 6 seats down from me, him and his whole boys, they all sat down and they stayed like 4 or 5 plays and got up and left. I was like, nice to see you. See you, Mayor.
Yeah, there you go.
There's my Marion Barry story.
Yeah, I got some Marion Barry ones, but I'll tell you offline. Obviously, first 2 rounds down guaranteed. That is not. Belante has been. He got one. He got one right today. He has been
Yeah, he got one right.
Yeah, he got one right. He has been 4 for 87 since the election on his football takes. 4
for
for 87 since
I
the
thought you were
election
gonna
on his
give him
football
like
takes.
4 for 25.
Bro,
Wow.
He's been 4 for 87.
Step your game up, Alante.
We were talking about Laramie Tunsil, right? And that kind of a disparity
Trailing daddy
brings me up to something that people were talking about. Lots of people kind of were down on the Tunsil trade because they say, oh, he's the number one penalized offensive lineman or, in tackling football. So I looked at it. He had 19 penalties last year, right? He played 1,041 snaps. So to you, is it a decent trade-off to say, okay, 19 penalties, yes, that's bad, but 1,022 snaps without a penalty where you're one of the top 3, or if not one of the best left tackles in football. For every time Jaden Daniels doesn't get his bell rung, I'm happy.
It's a win. Yeah.
That's right. I'm happy.
Shout out to Teddy, man.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, 2 weeks. I don't know if that's your baby or grandbaby. I don't know, but congratulations to you. And look, John, out of that 19, he got 12 in the first 4 weeks.
There you go.
He got 12 in the first 4 weeks. And it's a few, like, remember the illegal formation was the new rule coming into the season. Every time we have a new rule,
I hate that.
they over aggressive with it in preseason and the first quarter of the NFL season. They're overly aggressive with it. And that's what ended up happening for the most part. He had 6 of those in the Vikings game. And look, every time they call, like, he lined up the same way every single time in that Vikings game. The 6 times they called the penalty is when they got plus yardage.
I hate when they act that way, the refs, when they're like, okay, this is a point of emphasis. Well, then it should always be. So should everything else, right? And it's the same thing about, like, in the playoffs when they say, oh, they're going to let them play it on the field. Well, if you're going to let them play it on the field in January, you should let them play it on the field in October too.
Right.
It's important, right? So,
yeah, I'm not worried about it at all, bro.
Me either.
I'm not worried about it at all.
Me either. I love that trade. What kind of picks do we have left, though?
Yeah, we got 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7. So we got 5 picks.
That's right. We did get a 4th in this. Okay.
Noah caught the Hail Mary, Kim. Kim, I know you ain't think Oz caught the Hail Mary. Kim.
How do y'all feel about Noah Brown?
Kim, stay off Facebook, Kim. I keep telling you to stay off Facebook.
Yeah. Deuce made a heavy emphasis when we got Debo, right? That he was a great addition and a great weapon, but as far as being a bona fide number 2, he really wasn't that. And I think now with Noah, we can say he's a bona fide number 2 receiver. So across the board, we got our number 1, our number 2, or number 3, a tight end. I'm not mad at it at all. And we probably saved a little money going that route also.
Probably.
So I'm cool with it.
He had a few drops last year he had like 6 or 7 of them last year that kind of irritated me. And they stick out in my head. He had some big plays. That in the Giants game, the big catch in the fourth quarter to set up the game winner. That was great. Obviously, the Hail Mary. But he also had some drops. He was good at getting some pass interference downfield. I don't know.
Who would you prefer to bring back, him or Diami?
It's a coin flip for me. I might have wanted to bank a little bit more on Diami's potential. I think he started to unlock it. He had some bad plays, his fumble, that kind of stuff. But I think we started to see it. And I'm not going to hold the previous 3 years against him because of the coaching that he had, the offenses that he had to run in, the quarterbacks that he had. So this year when he had good coaching and a good quarterback, he started to shine. So I probably would have, I don't know, $10 million though. That's the big thing. That's what they gave him down at Jacksonville. So,
what did we pay Noah?
Like 6. I think 6 was
up to. No, actually, it was 4 or 6. I think it was 4.
4?
Yeah, I think it was up to 4.5. I think.
All right. Well, up to is good.
Well, up to 6.5. One of them. I know it's
for the money. I think it's a good deal.
Yeah, sure. Like I wasn't getting into no battle with Diami. Like, and think about Adam Peters. Like, he has a number for everyone, and he's not moving off of that number. He's not, and you can't hate it.
Right.
I would love to know what the number was for DJ Reed. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
DJ Reed just pretty much told you like I wanted to get paid, right? So, he chose to go there.
Yeah.
To be fair, John,
You
Jaden makes almost
It's
wide
true.
receiver shine. You got
That's
Deami.
true.
Yeah, Deami owe him at least 6 out of that $10 million.
Yeah, I think so.
that's a little steep. Maybe 5.5.
Hey,
Hey, do you think
All right.
you know what? I'll come back. I lost my train of thought when you threw that
see,
money at
trying to
me.
get see.
Yeah,
See,
nah,
see.
nah. It was a question about Adam though.
Um,
It'll come back to me.
so back to the O line real quick, and we will come right back to Adam.
Oh,
Because go ahead, Glenn. Go
I
ahead.
remember.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you think Adam, in the long run, do you think Adam's going to have any regrets not maybe digging in his pockets a little deeper? Or do you think he's happy with the results that he has with his contingencies?
Probably.
I think
I'm
he
not
is.
gonna say. I'm not gonna be like no. Probably.
I think, like what Deuce said, I think he's got a number for everybody. I'm sure he doesn't win on everything, but I think his plan is what it is, and he's working it.
Because I know Holland, we were in on Holland too. I would have loved to see
I mean,
him in the
from
secondary.
what we were told too, like a lot of times, like the DJ Reed thing, yeah, he came out and said it was down to us and them. So we know I believe DJ Reed, right? I don't know if Holland said that. I don't even know if he had a press conference. I'll wait and see. But a lot of times, just because we had top 3 in cap money, so every big name they're gonna leak us to for the most part, if that's a hole on our team. Rather we reach out or not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Glenn, but I mean, what would you write? Let's say, like you give someone, like you go out look at a property, right? You give someone a number, and that's your number, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you keep going to properties with a number and changing it all the time, then what do you have to stand on? Because it's like you're letting
Exactly.
the customer dictate your prices.
You're Vinny Serrato.
Right.
That's who you are. You're Vinny Serrato's number in his head for every free agent was whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I'll
case
send
in
my
point.
sister over to your house too.
Case in point. That's a great
Yeah.
point.
We paid everybody. That's
what
how
you
they
mean?
did business. They were like, well, we don't care if we win. You're throwing so much money at us that we're going to take it. And then if I'm Albert Hainsworth, I'm just going to lay my big fat ass down on the field one day and watch. The best thing
Think he
about
just
him,
speculating, Deuce.
Oh, he's speculating. Okay.
yeah.
So you
is
know what I'm saying,
incoming.
Glenn? So it's like, yeah, you might lose, and for you, like you might lose a customer for $400 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk out, my price is my price. You know what I'm
That part.
saying? So
I
it's
got
like,
you.
and
That's a
shoot,
great
you might
analogy.
like yeah, a year down the line, you might find somebody that did the work for that 400 less and end up getting like 3 or 4 more jobs from that
Way
person.
more
And then you
jobs
like,
after that. Yeah.
I should have just
And then
did
that's
it.
where the regret
I
kicks
mean,
in.
yeah, but that's business. That's business, man.
That's why I like signing Dietrich Wise. We signed him today. Another big body guy. But you're right. It's because all right, we had his brother, Michael, who gave us a good reference, and we got Dietrich today. I think we have first dibs on his cousin Denise, if she wants to play, and Bobby Jenkins, which is his childhood friend from down the street. So it all comes together when you have that kind of a backbone behind what you're doing.
Hey, Trail, I want to push back on that a little bit. I don't think he lost the battle to Luke McCaffrey coming into the season.
No, I don't think so. He had a good
And if
preseason.
he had, he should have won the battle back throughout the rest of the season because of what he did during the season in the playoffs. I think he lost the battle because of who Luke is. I
Well,
think that's
yeah,
where nepotism kind of kicks in.
I mean, maybe. I mean, but like you can add that with that's their guy, and Diami is
They
going
picked
to
him.
the 4th year, and that's not their guy. You know, I mean, look, they brought Noah in. He ain't have no off season. They put him right at number 2 once he was ready. Like that's why I never really believed the whole, Diami is going to be the guy, right?
Right.
But Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at. What's up, James? CJ was good. They cleared Oz for Cup. Yeah, we gonna see. It's a business.
I've heard he wants a lot of
That
money.
was 500 yards we got rid of right there.
Yeah, but you bring in 700 with Debo. Yeah, I mean Debo. Let me see. Combine Oz and Debo. Compare Oz and
By
Diami.
Oz and Gianni.
As far as production is, I mean, it's a difference between skill set.
I think Diami had his job after the first quarter of the first preseason game when they hit him with the bomb. When the audible that went around the world, right?
Yeah.
I think that's when he had the job right there. And not only that, but through preseason he continued to shine. And even though Luke had a lot of snaps, he didn't do dick with him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But as far as the coaches though, like even Diami, like he got crazy snaps the first couple weeks because they was trying to get Noah up to speed, and then once Noah came in, like Luke fell off the map pretty much.
Yeah.
To Trell's point, but Luke was still there throughout him and Oz was getting more snaps.
Let me ask you this though. McCaffrey typically lined up on the left side, and we all heard early on in the season about how Jaden likes to move to the right. And I think there's something to that. Do you think that really affected how much Luke was able to contribute to the offense?
John, bro, him and Luke has been in the building at 5:30 every morning for the last 6 months.
Okay, but maybe Luke's on the left and he doesn't see him.
What were they doing?
He's on the training bike to the left. He doesn't look over there. Maybe the TV is on the right. He's watching
what were they doing?
Sports Center over there or something.
Boy, stop.
I can't
say, boy, Pune.
Luke. Like anytime somebody say like those separation metrics and all that, like bro, why he won't throw him the ball? I mean, you can argue that he has probably more snaps or more reps with Luke than anybody. Yeah. If they come into the field, if they come into at 5:30 working out and doing all that stuff together. I never understood that. I never understood that, man.
You said Deuce that his separation the first few weeks was like off the charts too. Isn't that what you were saying about Luke?
No. You're talking about Luke?
Yeah. Wasn't he getting a lot of separation? Just Jada wasn't throwing the ball the first few weeks.
Well, also. I think so. I mean, that was like through week 10 or 11. We kept saying that separation chart where Luke was leading the separation chart. But a lot of times, he's not the first option, right? He's never the first option, never the second, probably never the third. So there's a progression, right? You have your reads to go through. So even if you're open and you're the fourth read, if 1 through 3 is open, I'm going to them. Right. So you really can't unless you look at and yes, Jaden did miss him sometimes where he didn't complete a ball or he took off. Yes, not down, but it wasn't 100 times. It's maybe 3.
Yeah. That happens to every receiver, though. So they get open and somebody just doesn't see him. But I wonder, because he does seem to predominantly throw or move or look to the right. And I just wonder if that had any kind of effect on that. I still think that he's worth keeping. And I think when it comes down to Luke and Diami, it's Luke is, what was he, a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick? He's cheap, right? He's cheap. Diami's now making $10 million a year. You can't argue against that.
Unless they wasn't moving off from Luke at all.
Unless Brown's putting up 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, you can't even think about it.
And I don't even think they didn't bring him back because of Luke. I don't think it had nothing to do with nobody, just his price point. Right. They didn't want to get in no bidding war for no Diami Brown.
Right. I mean, they got furniture salesman Eddie Goldman down there now to help them, tell them where they can get a good deal.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing, man. Put Luke on the right side. JD would throw to him. He played on his right. Bro, Cheryl is right. We've debunked that.
You're right. You're right.
That. Yeah. We've debunked that, bro. That whole narrative that the Bears fans was pushing about him not throwing to the left. Every game you see that passing chart, not so much. The first 2 games with the screens and all that, he was still kind of get acclimated. And they stuck and held on to that the whole season. When you come out in week 3, the boy was throwing the ball all over the field on Monday Night Football.
Yes,
you're right. I mean, you're right. I just I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. How about that? Man, I'll tell you what, as the sun goes down, this bandage gets even whiter. Remember, kids, wear your sunscreens.
Bro, I saw your picture. You had all of this covered up.
I was a half a mummy.
I was like, I wonder if he's going to wear it. I would love for him to wear it.
Dude, the way my nose was sticking out of it, I looked like some kind of a cartoon.
Oh, I would have loved this so much.
I could put it back on
so
for you.
much.
But
I know
Yeah,
Jay spread the ball out, so I can. He said stuck to one side.
well,
Yeah,
there's so
good.
I get
Like,
it.
like,
when
look,
you
like,
look at the passing charts, but when Jaden rolls out of the pocket, when it's a play that's
It's to his
breaking
right.
down,
It's to
he
his right.
always goes to his right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
At least 95% of the time.
Right. So I
No
mean,
doubt,
guys
no
should
doubt.
flow with that, but I'm curious.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I absolutely agree with. Like he's always run. Yes, to the right side for sure.
I think your talk about progressions is more accurate.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like I think to the point about the separation part was about progressions. Like he's left to right. Like if you watch the film, you can see his helmet going left to right. Like you can see. That's why people say, "Why he not looking at Terry?" He looks at Terry, but I think like earlier in the year, Jaden had to get used to Windows. Right, he had to get used to Windows.
Use an Apple.
NFL Windows.
I'm almost done, people. Thank you.
He had to get used to NFL. He had to get used to. But I wonder if the VR is Apple though.
I don't know.
Oh, my
Is it an
goodness.
Apple product? Is the VR Apple product?
Probably not.
I think that gives him an edge over anybody. That's why when everybody talks about this sophomore slump and that people have film on him, look, he's already seen your defense 1,000 times before you even get on the field. It's not that he's watching film. He's watching you. He's watching your tendencies. AI is feeding him with what it thinks you're going to do based on what you've already done. So when you've got film on him, you're just watching him already having figured you out. So I think it puts him way above the curve.
Yeah,
That's incredible technology, boy.
yeah.
It really is. It really is.
And we was talking about it one day. I don't know if it was Dogtile or somebody else. We were saying like it is being used in the NFL, but not to this extent. Like,
well, he's been using it for so long.
Yeah. I mean, even the company, the Commanders has signed or whatever they purchased, whatever that they're using that company that he uses. He's probably have built-in settings. I mean, these are actually real game plans. So not only, and if you think about it, not only does Cliff have to have familiarity or have to learn it because he have to implement the game plan within this VR. Maybe Witt does too. You know what I'm saying? They help out for the defense side of it or whatever, to see certain coverages, from what they saying on the film and the tape from these other teams. It's incredible, man. I'm scared to get in the VR. Like I think I'm gonna break something.
The Chargers are going to put it on Benjamin St. Just to see just how the hell somebody can be beat that bad. They're going to get a front row seat from him. Sacre bleu! He's running away from me. Or no, he's in California, so it's going to be Sacre bleu, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I don't know. Like I wanted Diami back. I like I wanted him back. I think he, I think he did enough. For another 1 year deal. But I mean, my cap was lower than most people. I think mine was lower than Glenn. I was like, 5 to 6 was my cap for him, and that was up too with incentives.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I knew he was going to have a market because of the playoffs. People really look at the playoffs as big moments, but a lot of times that fool people, man. People that get paid off the playoffs, you got to get there if you want that.
Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
all the time.
The history is not good with those with those, and they get these big contracts, and you can't play every game like it's the Super Bowl or the playoffs. It's entirely two different games, man.
I agree. What about Will Harris? How you like that?
I like it. What's up, Mike? Is it your first time commenting, Mike? If so, I appreciate it, man. Continue to comment. MZ can win free agency today by signing these top free agents. No gym equipment can get people in shape equally. Not at all. That's true. That's true. He did have a career year. Yeah, career year, like 300 yards. Yep.
Hey, somebody
And
made
Dog
the
Tide always
comment.
talk about it.
Somebody made the comment about how Jaden uses that VR at a faster speed than what humans go too. So he
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah. I thought it was like 1.3. I mean, I don't know. It was some whatever it was. It was in there. Yeah, Trell said he was his favorite pickup. Like I like Will Hurst. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I did some little. I
he's a
went
hitter.
and did some little research on him. Talked with a Saints reporter yesterday morning. So I'm even more excited about the kid, man. Uh, that's why like the chin. I was concerned about him leaving because it left a big hole, but Will fills that hole. Like it might not be an upgrade.
I
I
think it
think he
is.
fills the hole and he does more like we said yesterday. Somebody Dustin, he was like, it's what he say, it's a side grade, not an upgrade or a lateral grade. Something he said. I said, yes, that's true, but it's a difference because see, he stays late to work. He don't have no kids, so he can stay late and he comes to work on time. Like that's the differences between those two. Which I think he gives you a little bit more. So the thing with the chin leaving, I'm okay with that. I'm okay
Sure.
with that.
Chin, I thought he had his moments, and he also had moments where he was late getting over. I thought that there was times.
What's
I
up,
don't want to,
Cuddy?
I don't want to throw any, olive branches to Benjamin St. Just, but there was times that I thought that he should have had help over the top. That was late getting there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought he was good in the later end of the season, but he also had his mistakes. The thing that I think about with Jeremy Chin, and you're going to hate me for saying this, but if you watch him like on Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football, and they show his little face down in the corner, Jeremy Chin, LSU, or whatever his school was, dude's got the funkiest shaped head I think I've ever seen. It looks like a hammer. That's why I was trying to say he's called Hammerhead. Call him Hammerhead. It's the weirdest
It is
square.
It is. It's like a rectangle or something.
Yeah, it is. Just an odd rectangle. So, but yeah, I like Harris is a guy that will put fear into a wide receiver, and I like that. And he'll do it cleanly. He's not going to be out there headhunting and getting penalties called on him. And I think that with him and Lattimore back together, they'll be able to work together. I think that works out pretty well.
Yeah, I like him, man. He's great in run protection. The only differences between the two is if we would have kept Chin, I'm like 95% sure we wouldn't go safety early, right? Because Chin is younger. I think they probably got like this 2-year deal, so I wouldn't think we go safety. But having Will Harris, to me is like 40-60 that we still go safety early, and that's the only difference between the two is Chin age. But outside of that, I like the move. What you think about the move, Glenn?
I like the move. I was the one saying that it was just a lateral move at first, but when we broke down the completion percentage, this is like a 50% difference right there
That was
between the two.
crazy. That number was
That's a
crazy.
big difference right
Yeah.
there. And he's a thumper, and we like thumpers in Washington, so I'm okay with the move. I'm okay with it. It is a slight upgrade, so I'm good with it. We didn't get worse. We got a
Well,
little better.
when you look at how they're developing the defensive line to eat space and let them come down and hit, he can get down there quick and do it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very
I
fast.
like it. Yeah.
And
He doesn't hesitate, John. He makes a decision and he moves on it. Like I
yeah,
like that. He's very
Mhm.
yeah.
instinctive.
That comes from experience.
Playing with Terry and Matthew, so he's got good people showing him what to do, and I do like him getting back together with Lattimore. You got some good chemistry already working there. I do like what Derek said there. He's got a Kim Jong Un head. I don't know. Kim Jong Un head is like a pumpkin.
Whoa! Delete that. Delete that comment.
I gotta get rid of that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Don't. Trigger.
All right. You can come on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast and we can talk about it. We don't care.
John says, I have no problem. What do you want to say?
Hey man, look, John, you'll
No
be proud. You'll
problem.
be proud.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were collecting Africans.
Were we?
Yes, we were.
Okay.
Oh,
I can't say that on my podcast. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, we got one on you now,
yeah, we
John.
got one on you, John.
Yeah.
You cannot say that.
Nope. I'll be shut down in a minute.
We gave Chen clout, and the thing, like he could cover the boundary, he can cover slot, he can do all of those things, but like he's best around the line of scrimmage.
Mhm.
And he had to play as much as he did at free safety because it's the Saints, right? They had some injuries and some of the players just wasn't good enough, so they had to put him at free safety, and he had to play off of Honey Badger, like he's playing off of him. So you kind of whatever Honey Badger did, he had to do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think with us, he's going to be around the line of scrimmage more, which I think is going to help in the run game when he's out there. So I absolutely think that's a plus, man.
Yeah, I think so. I absolutely think so, especially when you see how we're, like I said, how we're building the defensive line. So,
all right,
good,
so
good move,
super
right?
fan, we're gonna get to this in a little bit. John, you good, right? We probably go to
Yeah, I'm
about
all right.
it's about
My
7,
wife's
I
going to
think.
look at me soon and say dinner's going to be ready, and then jump out there.
Let me text DT real quick. Um,
I like the
yeah, we
re-signings.
we're gonna talk about that the trade back real quick, super fan. What's up, Chuck? Chen was known before he came here. It's just business.
Sure.
Oh, that's the line, dude. Oh my god, yeah, that's the line, right? After all we talked about last night, Kim Jong Un was gonna be the line, right?
I'd say Chin's head's more like George Lopez, except stretched out.
George Lopez.
It's the big bobblehead.
He does have a
Is
big
there
old
still a
square
chance
knot.
to come back? I think so. I don't think the market is what he's looking at. If he doesn't come back, the number that he's going to sign to is probably going to be a really low number. I think it's going to be a really low number.
You know, he had a good season, but all I remember is the run in the damn playoffs with Saquon Barkley, the first play in the championship game where he ran 71 yards or whatever it was, and how he dipped in, but then he tried to pull back out, and he swung himself around to try to get back out of the jam at the line instead of just crashing down. And he ended up dominoing Bobby Wagner down, who ended up dominoing the next guy down, and off went Barkley. So, I mean, maybe it's his fault, maybe it wasn't his fault, but that's what I remember right now.
Let me see. We're gonna find out what Quan is made of this year as a ball hawk. Unless we go, I mean, Justin Simmons is still out there. I don't think we're gonna make a move, but we still got a ton of cap space, and we can't keep all of it. And what we do in free and in the draft. So we're gonna see. Like John is a great talent evaluator. George Lopez is a good comp.
I know my big heads.
DT, if you in the chat, look, I just text you. Let's see how much time we got before the second show. Um, so let's go back to the draft. Let's talk about the draft a little bit, John. Are you team trade back or are you team stay at 29?
You know what it is? For me, it really doesn't make any difference. I'm no team either way. If we get a trade back offer and it's good, I say take it. If we got a guy sitting there that we like at 29, I say take it. That's the way I am with it. 29 is such an odd pick because you're literally reliant on everybody else and what they're going to do and who falls down. So I would go best player available regardless unless I can get a good trade back. And if I can trade back and build back up a second or a third round pick, yeah, I think I'd do it. Second and a third, I should say. Second and a fourth.
Yeah, I think it depends, right? It depends. The shorter you go back, the further the second pick is going to be, right?
Right.
The further you go back, the closer the second pick is going to be, right? So to me, it's like who's going to be there at 29 because I like the draft is really strong through at least through 2.5 rounds, really strong, and then it starts to loosen up a little bit. How far are you willing to go back is the question to me, right? Like we need an edge.
Yes.
And BPA, if the edge is BPA there at 29, I can't move.
Oh, no, I totally agree. I've seen people that have mocked Mike Green to us. If that happens, you got to do it. You have to do it.
Mike Green, James Pierce. I'm not moving back unless we get another person in free agency, I don't think we can move back because it's a top heavy draft, right, John? So I think the
Right.
best picks are going to be in the top 1 through maybe 40 range, maybe 50, maybe top 50 players. I don't want to move too far back. I'm staying at 1, hopefully getting that edge. Hopefully there's an edge there, whether it's Michael Green, James Pierce. I've seen a couple more that are around that range, around that 27 to 29, 30 range. So I think I want to sit pat for an edge. I'm
I wouldn't
team
complain about
not
that either.
trade back. I don't want to trade back. Not this draft.
Yeah, I'm team ambivalent. I'll go either way on this one. If we get what we
You
want,
can't
I'm all
really
for
go
it.
wrong. You can't really
Yeah,
go wrong either way, but
but you got a good
I
point.
don't
It
want
is
to
top
trade
heavy.
back.
It is top heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends, right? Like Glenn, let's say like the Chiefs want to come up 2 spots or something like that, right? Or whoever picking first or second in the second round, they trying to get a 5th-year option on somebody, and we'll take that and get an extra late third or third or something like that. And you have Pierce there, you got Shamar Stewart there, like Cuddy just said. Mike Green might still be on the board. And you look at those teams that's going to be directly in front of you, like, nah, one of those guys is going to be right
Well,
there.
if I'm only moving back 3 or 4 spots, then I
Right.
might be willing to take that gamble because the guy I want might still be
But
there.
but but it depends. What if only Pierce is right there?
I'm taking Pierce. I'm not
Like, you know
moving
what I'm
off of
saying?
that
So it's
pick.
like it's a chess game, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a chess game,
If
man.
if
Like,
there's like 2 or 3 edges there and I only have to move back 2 or 3 spots, then I'm
Yeah.
okay. If I'm happy with either one of those edges.
and shoot, Mike Green might be there in a second. We'll put on these allegations rocking. So
There's
we'll
always
see.
allegations about somebody.
What's your least
We,
favorite move, John?
my least favorite move. Tell you what, man. If I try to do this little thing with my left foot and move around, my back gets to hurting. It bugs the crap out of me. At this moment, it's probably Noah Brown. And
Oh,
Really?
I mean, only just because I would have liked to have upgraded that position a little bit. Sorry, I got to take this call real quick. I'll be
go
right
ahead,
back.
John. Yeah, go ahead.
He did
What's your
though.
least?
When
What's your least favorite?
my least favorite, I don't really have a least favorite. I'm kind of just stagnant because, like I said, Tunzel was probably my favorite. He's a definite upgrade. The other moves were I was just kind of meh on. They didn't hurt the team, so I wasn't mad about them. I wasn't really moved. Um, but I
Which one?
can't
Which
say
one,
least
CJ?
favorite.
Is Igbo or Brown? Cuddy says Dieter. Pierce only issue he's not that good versus the run.
Yeah, I agree, Cuddy. I do agree with that. But he's man, he's a 15 season sack guy, bro.
Look at What's the question, Glenn? What's the question right now? The question is, who is the least favorite move?
He just woke
Here
up from
go
a nap.
That's too
Here go Big Unc coming in here. Talking about what the best move was. He said Igbo. Was you Igbo or Brown? Which one you talking about, John?
I was talking about Noah Brown, but
Okay.
only because I was kind of rushing because I didn't know what that phone call was about. But honestly, this cornerback we picked up from the Ravens, I'm assuming that this guy is just straight up special teams, right? He doesn't have very much. Am I right?
Pick up
The
from
Ravens. We picked up another cornerback the same day that we picked up.
Oh, you talking about Kevin Seymour?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he was with us last year. He was on the practice squad.
Yeah, he's
Was it?
special teams guy.
Yeah.
All right, it's got to be because he
was
just
in practice
doesn't.
squad most.
Yeah, he's been around a while. He doesn't record many stats. I was kind of wondering what that was about. Eddie Goldman kind of gives me pause because honestly, I think he
Yeah,
sold me a used.
that's probably
recliner.
my least favorite right there, John.
Yeah,
Goldman's probably my least favorite.
yeah. I mean, if he's big and can set that edge, okay. But I mean, I see the plan, but some of the names that they're putting out there seem to me to be nothing more than cans of Alpo, which is the record for number of times I've mentioned cans of dog food on a podcast, by the way. So, ta-da.
Cuddy said he's still running to the ball.
Yeah, I agree, Cuddy. I agree. He's not great at the run, but if he's there at 29, I don't care, bro. That's 12 to 15 sacks a season right there.
And you
Go get
need
that
that.
guy. Get him, please.
It's one thing to say we're going to stop the run, but you need somebody to terrorize quarterbacks too. You know,
Yeah.
make them worry about you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But Cuddy, leave my man Dieter alone. That's my favorite backup. Dieter be getting the beat up. But I think I think like the Dieter move, for instance, right? Like
Right.
you got to look at it like as a depth move. I mean, it still could be your least favorite, but at the same time, like we got to fill out a roster.
He ain't
We're
starting.
not gonna like everybody. We got to get 90 players for camp. So it's gonna be some people that we bring in, like, man, who is this guy? You know what I mean? So it's like, so I can't wait to put the depth chart together to actually look at to see what all this looks like. But I see some upgrades. The wide receiver room is better. I think the O line is better. I think the D line is better because of the additions from top to bottom, not so much individually,
And
but
still
the
need an
rotation
edge.
from top to bottom. I mean, we had an edge last year.
I mean, the loss of Fowler, like that's a loss, whether y'all like it or not. And
See,
Oh,
see what happened? See what
I
I'm saying?
guess.
See what happened?
I
See
guess.
what happened? See what I'm saying? See what happened? See what you talk about?
That's how
Fowler?
you feel. That's how you feel.
I ain't do that.
I
Is
think
it, you just
CeeLo.
kicked me out to space?
No, I ain't do that.
I think CeeLo's got a good
I
point
don't
over
think I
there.
did that. Did I do that?
Nah, I think my
Oh, I was
service
saying.
might be squirrely or something.
Yeah, I'm about to say. See, there's CJ over Dieter. Wide receiver room better. Look at this guy.
CeeLo's got a point about KJ Osborne up there. What for what? For what? I mean,
I mean, we need baddies, right?
wasn't he a
Like,
first round pick at one point or second round pick?
yeah, with
for
the
the
Vikings.
Vikings?
I mean, if you look at his numbers, they're okay. Like they better than the Armies. You know what I'm saying? But like, we still need baddies though. Like we gotta. Yeah, he might not even make the 53, right? But you know, he knows the offense a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He could come in, whatever. He kind of knows the offense. And you know, like I said, we have to get the 90. Like we have to get the 90. So I don't think they're looking at him to be no, you know, fight for the third spot. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's gonna be a lot of
It'd be interesting if he could.
those.
You know, he had enough potential to be drafted high. So
Yeah.
maybe he has a little bit of an awakening. That was who was on the phone, by the way. They need to fill out the 90. They asked me if I could punt. I said, nah, not anymore. Pulled my hamstring.
What's up, Jared? How you feeling, man? Bradbury is a starting center.
He's
CJ,
gonna
of
wanna get
course
paid
you
like
would
one,
pick him
too.
over Dieter. If you need bodies, pick them up in April.
What's he know that we don't?
CJ, CeeLo, like, look, I don't want to see nobody that's gonna be on the 53 in March. Nobody. I think Peters is Nelly. I haven't used that printer in months. That joint just cut on.
Hello, this.
Hello, this. I think my favorite sign, Mariota coming back. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. All right, what's your favorite signing, Glenn? Outside of
Probably
Tunsil. Can't use Tunsil.
outside of Tunzel.
He's a trade.
Can't use Tunzel.
And everybody in the chat can't use Tunsil.
Probably Debo.
Like it.
He was a trade too.
No, I'm saying Tunsil because that's obvious the best move. That's
Okay,
why I
all right.
said
So just
Tunsil,
any
not
move.
because
All
you're a
right, so
trade.
not just
Yeah.
free agent sign.
Yeah. Anybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
Debo.
how do you not pick Debo Samuel? How do
Yeah.
you not? I mean, the guy's a bona fide weapon.
And I don't
Terry's
care about the overweight crap, all that, bro. It's off season. I think he'll be ready come camp time.
Let me see. Commission. People are saying JD's a force multiplier. Then why is there so much pushback on the receiver room? I think like for me when it comes to the force multiplier, let's wait till week 1 to start thinking about him being a force multiplier. Like give me the best players, right? I'd rather multiply 6 than to multiply 4,
Yeah, that's a good point.
right? You know what I'm saying? So like he can multiply anybody, right? But let's try to get the highest numbers possible, right? Let's try to get some A and B players. You know what I mean? Hold Oh, why Nikki so late? Maybe she was eating dinner. Um, that was the Oz news from me. Look who's in the house. Hottie
Hey,
Scotty, the international
Scotty
fan
Scotty,
of
the
the year.
Scotty.
Hottie Scotty.
What's going on, my friend? The international
the
fan of
world's
the year.
the world's worst podcast host, John.
That's me, World Worst Podcast host. Scotty, by the way, always a guest on the Bleeding Birdie podcast. He holds the world record for being a guest on the Bleeding Birdie podcast. Tomorrow will be his 7,649th appearance in a row. It's
You will
amazing.
not get any of these credits, Scott. You will not. Oh man, Debo, those three I wanted to return for actually.
You know, they're sending him to the draft.
And
He's going to get to Green Bay and go, it's just an auto parts store. What the hell is this?
You like that safety trail? That's your favorite, huh?
Oh man, now we talking about any additions. I should have said any additions, not free agents. Any additions except Tunsil.
I like
We
our
know
sign
that's
backs.
everyone's.
I like the players we re-signed. I mean, when you
Well,
talk about, I like the
Yeah, them
McNichols
too.
signing.
You add them too. Yep. Right.
You know, did Rodriguez accept the tender that they offered him? They offered him some
Yeah,
exclusive
they
tender.
did. Actually. I don't think so. I
don't
haven't
think he has
seen
yet.
anything, and they haven't said anything on on the socials or whatever.
Yeah. But I like McNichols
Good
coming
point. I
back.
didn't think about that.
Dude can pick up a blitz, man. He went to the Clinton Portis shoulder shock school, I think. He can lay him out. And he's got some good wheels, too.
Wag, Ertz, Way, Scott, no, bro.
Sheldon Day.
Yeah, I like the Sheldon Day. That boy.
I
worked.
like the Wagner pickup too. Resigning like that.
Absolutely. Wagner gave us everything we wanted from him. He was the coach on the field. He's the veteran leader. The fact that his friendship with Jaden is so real.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
You
real
pay for
important.
that. Yeah, it's really important.
That's pretty much like Jaden's best friend. Pretty much seems like, and I like that they still get to keep that relationship another season.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I did. Am I not supposed to mention CP?
Yeah, they know I got a little thing with Clinton Portis.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I
He's
didn't know the
overrated.
rules. Oh,
He's overrated. Yeah.
all right. We can discuss later. Another time. You can't be
He
really
opened up a
overrated.
whole can of worms.
It's the dog food show here on Redzone In the Lab.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, man, like I'm cool, man. Where we are. Just they signed Justin Simmons. I'll be ecstatic. I'll be happy. They trade
Bro.
for T. You know, I don't know what's coming next. You know, are we going to trade for someone? Are we going to sign Justin Simmons? We're going to extend Terry. Trade for somebody we ain't even thinking about, because obviously, your boy Adam Peters looking at this draft like, yeah, whatever. He's just sending them away. Hey, take this.
Hendrickson is still out there.
Yeah,
And
they're not
I
getting no
think-
first round pick.
No, they're not. They've already they've pushed their money in on their wide receivers and their
I
offense.
think it's at
And-
32, Cuddy. I think.
Yeah.
Jared pressed an I and a G, then a bunch of letters trying to spell Igbo's name, bro. That was terrible. That was just really bad.
Igbo Nogini.
I think we at 32. I think that's the
How
last
do you pronounce that? Iganahaba.
I just say Igbo. Like I ain't even
Igbenogany.
messing with
His
it.
is easy. His kind of flows off the tongue.
What's up, Vito? Wow, CP is overrated. I never knew you felt. Oh yeah, you must have not been in the dude.
Oh yeah, Chris, man.
Southeast Jerome.
He's
He ain't
adamant
never
about
been in
that,
Southeast.
Chris.
He had a
You know,
Southeast
though, when
Jerome.
he did-
Character. He ain't never
when
been
he-
in Southeast.
When he did that stuff, there was a reason, and I thought it was good because him going out and doing that in front of the press kept all those reporters away from the team. And that was when we were running through that we were going through that playoff run at the end of the season, and people could relax, and he took all that pressure off of them. You know,
He
it's
was a
like
court jester.
yeah, kind of. He took all those reporters stayed away from everybody. And you know, I look back, I'm old, right? So I can remember the 85 Bears, all right? And Jim McMahon wasn't all that great. He did this little thing where he had these headbands that the commissioner told him he couldn't wear. You can't wear the headband. It's against the rules. It's not and so he would wear one every week on TV that said he had a new message on it. And by doing that stupid stuff, all the other players could chill out over there, and they never went and asked Mike Singletary, "Hey, what does human flesh taste like? Why are you killing people out there?" So they could.
We're from apple to cannibalism. I love it.
Hey, I remember Mike Singletary. He might have. I don't know.
You
He took a
you
few
good,
chunks
Jared.
here and there, I'm
Good,
sure.
I was just messing, Jared. I don't care. I couldn't spell it if I had a gun in my face, bro.
No,
So we kind of talked about that earlier, CeeLo, and we kind of used Glenn. It's like when you have a number, you stick to that number. You know what I'm saying, and you live with it, because you can't keep going and talking, like having a number, and then as soon as you talk to the person, you change your number. So now you don't have numbers. You're just waiting on whatever numbers that they give you. And sometimes you might regret it down the line. The person that you didn't, take $400 for could end up, getting 2-3 jobs and making way more than what you've made because he took that full out. But that's just what you got to
But
live with.
we also, CeeLo, we also talked about regrets though down the road
Yeah.
too. Like maybe one or two of them players, maybe he could have dug just a little bit deeper in his pocket for what he was going to get back in his return. But at the end of the day, you got to live with the decisions you make.
he showed us last year. He doesn't finish making moves. I mean, we signed Noah
Look at
Brown,
Terrell, boy.
a couple of days before the season
He trying
started.
to get that big trade, boy. He done buckled down in these numbers, boy.
He has, dog.
He
He
know
got it down
he
to
know
the penny. Like,
he know exactly how much we need. He trying to get
you
one
sure
of
you're
these.
not an accountant, Trail?
He trying to get one of these trades, boy.
Yeah, me either, Jared. The cap is a malleable number.
Yeah,
they can kind of do whatever they want with it with a stroke of a pen.
The Saints came in like $60 million under the cap, and they signing everybody. Like,
yep, couple of.
If your owner willing to pay that
money.
money and restructure and pay cash and convert that cap into cash, then you got it good. If you got an owner that's willing to do that, and they ain't been winning nothing.
Nope.
Look what's going on with the 49ers. Jed, like, look, y'all ain't gonna keep wasting my oil money. Y'all ain't gonna keep wasting my oil money. Jed, like, oh no, sir.
But I'm a genius. I'm a genius.
Yeah, he took that team apart with ASAP, bro.
I can win with anything. Almost. I can almost win.
Oh, I love it, man. Trail's probably for his role in accountant too, and which is coming out. I saw the trailer. The trailer is fire.
Yeah, the accountant movie
does
look
is
good.
Fire. I can't
It's
wait.
the only movie with Ben Affleck in it I really like, with him as the role. I can't stand him. You know what? You ever seen that movie, Smoking Aces?
Yes.
Do you know the best part of that movie is that Ben Affleck is dead in the first 10 minutes. They shoot him and put him in the trunk of a car. I'm like, oh, yes. Let's go.
The Ben Affleck hate is crazy. I loved him in Batman. Let's talk about it.
Him and, see, I owned a comic shop. You want to talk? I will. I owned it because of the Dark Knight Returns. That's why I got into it. And, I mean, they tried to do it right, but him with his Boston accent, the costume looked good, but they kind of turned him into a comic. They kind of turned him into a comedian. Batman, I mean, if you ever read The Dark Knight Returns, shoot, man. You'll see why I got into the business. That was good.
Okay.
Respect. Cuba Gooding Jr. is the worst actor in the world. Bro, the parts like the parts that he has some legendary parts.
Yeah, he killed Radio. The one-legged diver. Like, come on.
He shouldn't have got him.
One-legged diver.
Yeah, the one-legged diver is crazy. I know what you're talking about. Look, he shouldn't have got him. He shouldn't have got those. He's a whole bro. You see his facial expressions? Like they should have gave it to somebody. I do not, bro. I don't like no movies he play in. I only watch him one time. And he has some he got some classes, bro. I like the movies. I like his role. Like he got some legendary movies. I don't like him as an actor. I just wish somebody else played those roles.
How I'm with
maybe it's his face. Like I don't know.
Face.
Like I don't know. Like I just.
You just want to.
I mean, his brother is cool. Like his brother is cool, right? But it's just him. Like I don't know, bro. Like
Omar's face doesn't look so punchable.
Yeah, like he has his. Like, give somebody else that part. Yeah? Bro, like radio, legendary, classic. Boys in the Hood, classic.
Classic.
The diver. What was the actual name of the movie?
I can't remember the name of the movie right
What was
now.
the name of the movie, man? But classic. That was a classic too.
Classic. But that's about it.
No, the joint with Denzel. That was a classic.
Oh yeah.
That joint with Denzel was a classic. Like he got classics, bro. But man, I just wish they would have got.
He got
somebody
some
else.
bombs out there too.
Wish I'd have got somebody else, bro. Look, he don't like Keanu Reeves. Yeah, bro. After the Matrix, he got stuck in the Matrix for like 10 years, dude. Bro, like every movie he played in, he was Neo. It's like he got stuck in the Matrix, bro.
I'll give you my here's my impression of him in that scene when the girl dies, right? Whatever her name was in the Matrix, I can't remember her name, but when she dies, and he says, "No, now I have to act." He's great shooting shit. He's great looking good. He's great running around doing stuff. But as soon as he has to talk, it's like he's going to sound like Benjamin St. Just out there. What the hell happened? I don't know where.
He's gonna sound like, dude, where's my car?
Right.
Every movie.
What was it?
There you go.
Bill
Man
and Ted.
of Honor. Man of Honor. And
thank you.
Snow Dogs was good. Like, bro, and like CeeLo know what I'm talking about, right? He doesn't like Keanu Reeves, but he loves John. I love John Wick. Like he finally snapped out of the knee. Like he was in the Matrix for 10 years. Every movie he played in, he was Neo. Literally, like the way he moved, I was like, bro, they gotta figure something out. Like they can't keep doing this to me. He looks exact. He's like he's still in the Matrix. But I don't know, bro. It's crazy. Oh yeah, Jerry. Like Jerry Maguire. Like, bro, he got some classics, man. The dude got classics, but wish somebody else would have played in those roles. I don't like his face.
That's how I am with Ben Affleck. He's made some good movies. You ever see Dogma? That movie's terrific. But
yeah, Dogma was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now we're all off it. My wife is looking at me, so I'm.
Oh yeah, we about to get out of here. We about to get out of here.
Lakers
John, I
about to come
appreciate
on,
you.
yeah.
I appreciate you, John, coming on.
I have
man,
had so
like
much fun, man.
always.
I always
Like
have fun
always,
coming in with
buddy.
you guys. I absolutely love it. And I got to stop in the spaces every once in a while. But, man, it's like I'm working and people call me and it's like, y'all are in there talking some shit. And I got to turn it off. So
we
good
get
to
off
see
topic
everybody.
sometimes.
Bleeding Bernie podcast with the International Fan of the Year. We'll
That's
be
right.
back tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody subscribe. Go
Yes, sir.
subscribe.
Thank you very much for having me tonight, Deuce. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, buddy. Take care, John.
See you now.
All right. Like, bro, man. Let's see, but John is right, killing off the big name star 6 minutes.
That's just because of his Affleck hate. That's what that is.
Scott, what time is it, Scott? It's like 2:00 over there. Appreciate you.
Yeah, get some sleep, Hottie Scotty.
Look, Commish be hating on Denzel.
I love Denzel too, so I ain't gonna.
Yeah, he be hating somebody the same character.
Not as bad as Keanu.
2,300. Let me see.
Oh, it's only 11. That ain't
12.
bad.
Yeah.
It's military time, dude.
I know 1,200. Subtract 12. Subtract 12. This is a good one. We should do a movie joint when the season starts to probably the next few weeks, like before the draft, like the end of March, before the draft, it gets slow. Football
Yeah,
stuff.
we should have like a nice sized panel.
Talk about different movies. Maybe The Wire. Kim, where you at? You finished with The Wire, Kim?
We're gonna have a Wire review.
Kim said it's too much drugs.
It threw her off. I
It's
think
too
she
much
had to
drugs
start
and
it
stuff.
over though. I think she hung in there and made it through the first season. So you make
I
it through
didn't
the
think
first season, Kim, you good.
I think I asked you before, Dog Ty. I thought you didn't want to come on the show. You just want to talk movies. That's cool. Oh man, same with Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Now, Tom Cruise seems like every movie is absolutely the same.
yeah. Every movie, not just his acting, every movie.
Yeah,
The same premise.
he's the highest paid actor. Highest paid actor. All right, man, we gotta get out of here. Oh no, she said she's still watching it.
Okay. Good
She said
job,
she's still
Kim.
watching it. No, Will Ferrell, my man, bro. Like,
Oh,
bro,
don't play with
I
me,
didn't.
bro. Every
Like you see
single
the same
movie he
character,
does, I love. I don't care.
bro. Like
My wife hates him, but
Nicole
I
Kidman
love
is
Will
one of the
Ferrell,
ones I
bro.
can't stand. Yeah, Nicole Kidman, she just seems so bland, and she be looking pale as a mug. So like I did, bro. Let me see the other guys. I was just happening to scrolling through like
Uh-huh.
5, 6 years ago, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, the other guys, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg got a movie together. Let
Right.
me watch this. And I need, bro. It was out for like 5, 10 years before I even saw it the first time. That's like one of my favorite movies now. It's
That movie
crazy,
is
bro.
so funny, bro.
He has another one too. I think he's like living on his lawn or something, or having like a yard sale for some reason. I forgot what it's called, man. Will Ferrell. What's the name of that movie? That joint funny too. And I just happened to come across and find that joint. Yeah, Adam Sandler, a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He's a dog. Oh, why you hate my? Oh, pimps don't cry. Pimps don't cry. Pimps don't cry.
Scotty's an idiot.
Oh man, Dick and Jane is crazy, especially when they do the voice box on the dude. Oh, that joint's hilarious when they do the voice box. But what's the movie? Anybody know? It's like a one-word movie. I think it's him. He's like on a lawn. I think he's like having yard sales or something. I forgot the name of that joint. Um, but that joint tight. Yeah, Seth Rogen funny too. Seth Rogen funny. He said he's the same character.
Seth
Gator plays
Rogen is, yeah. Some of his movies are great.
campaign. What's the other joint? Super bad. That joint hilarious. I love Super bad. Super bad funny as a mug.
McLovin.
Yeah, the campaign is good too. The other dude. Hey, did you ever the dude Grappa Falafelis, whatever his name is, the dude that played in the campaign with
Zach
him?
Galiff.
Yeah,
Zach
him.
Galiff. See, now
Bro.
I can't even say it.
No, not me, myself, and I. But that joint was good too. Me, myself.
Zach
That joint was good.
Galifianakis.
Yeah, him. Bro, you seen the Ferns?
Yes,
Have
yeah,
you
the
seen? Oh,
interviews that he
yo,
does, no, they're classic, bro.
oh
They're
my
so classic.
gosh.
I would sit
I
down
just
in front
happened
of
to come
YouTube and
across
watch
that
those
too.
for hours, bro. And he's hilarious.
Yeah, I just happened to come across that too. Yeah, that joint is hilarious, bro. That dude, man, that joint funny as a mug.
He's an
I don't know if
idiot.
you know the content dude, Marco.
Mm-mm.
Is a content
Maybe
dude called Marco, and he be doing those types of interviews with people asking them stupid questions, just looking at them, and they looking at him.
he
And he
doing
like,
celebrities.
yeah, all celebrities.
I'm
Yep,
gonna have to check that out.
yep. He be doing little. It's like a skits, I think. It's like little skits. Them joints funny
Between
as
two
mug.
ferns, that's it, Derek.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That
that
joint is
shit's great.
hilarious, bro. Yeah, funny Marco, bro. Them joints be funny as a mug. Man. I love Marco. Marco is
Funny Marco
hilarious.
Trail. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
check him out
he
tonight.
is hilarious, bro.
It's a black.
Oh, it's called Black
Okay,
Between Two Ferns.
no,
I didn't know the name of it.
he said it's the black version of Between Two Ferns.
Oh, yo, the black yeah, it
Yeah.
is. That joint.
Okay, I definitely gotta check that out.
That joint. Nah, not Anchorman. Hold on. Before we go, let me find this Will Ferrell movie real quick. Let me see if I can find
Anchorman is another great
it.
Will Ferrell
Yeah.
movie, bro. Step Brothers will probably be my favorite.
Alligator Nights. That joint was hilarious.
Ricky Bobby.
I mean, Elf. He got some classics, bro. Yeah,
Oh, Elf is another one.
everything must go.
I
It's
haven't
called
seen that yet.
everything must go. It's called Everything Must Go. Will Ferrell. Oh yeah,
Haven't
yeah. Don't
seen
tell I
that.
just said everything must go. The joint is hilarious, bro.
I need to check that
The
out.
joint is hilarious. All right, man. You better get up out of here, man. We will be back tonight. 9:30. See who gonna join, man. This is the last night. We was gonna go Saturday night, but I don't know if we're gonna do Saturday night. We're not doing tomorrow night. I'll be in church, so
If you have a big party, I might tune in later too.
yeah. Um, been a crazy week. I think the show 10. I think for Monday, live 10. So it's been pretty successful. Tomorrow Friday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's
Yeah,
Friday.
tomorrow 1:00. Chris Hoffman is coming
Oh,
tomorrow.
good. Good show.
at 1 o'clock. So,
Well, if we don't tell you
happening.
enough, Deuce, we appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm not a huge. You're not a huge Will Ferrell fan. Come on, Kim.
Come on, Kim. I'm disappointed.
Come on, Kim.
In the words of BT Slim, Kimberly, get it together.
Do better, Kim. Do better. Every set their clocks for the Blood Money Eclipse at 12 a.m.
Oh, for real tonight, Chris?
Yeah, I probably don't see that. Glenn, you gonna be too high.
Nah, I'll be awake though. I'll be awake though.
He was like you seen that skit where the dude got the bloodshot red eyes and they still trying to get. He's like, why? That's a skit. You gotta see
It's
that.
gonna be like, you
Funny
ever
as
seen an
Lord.
eclipse, Deuce? You ever seen an eclipse on weed?
Oh man, shout out not how high. Shout out I can't think of. Oh, come on, man. Dave Chappelle.
Dave
What is the name
Chappelle,
of
come on. Mary Jane, I love me. I want to talk to
Come
Samson.
on,
Take me to the moon.
what's the name of that joint, man?
I'm not telling you. I'm disappointed. And don't tell him in the group chat neither. Nope, he gonna
I can
struggle through
see
this one.
I can see it.
I can't believe. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh, man. I can see it, bro.
Mary Jane.
That's
Ah,
okay.
Derek, you ain't supposed to tell him. He gonna look.
Thank
and
you,
see.
thank you, Dog Tide. Thank you, Dog
Come
Tide.
on,
Thank you, Dog
man.
Tide.
I can't believe.
Oh, we
Hey,
got
we all had
we got
brain
Nick
fart.
Below. We got Nick Below back. Shout out to Nick Below.
Okay,
Appreciate that, buddy. We got Nick Below back.
Adam making moves while we over here trying to eat dinner and whatnot. He's still working. Still working.
All right, man. Your time is very valuable for you to spend it with us. We absolutely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. Don't forget to hit that like button for us too. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.